Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Popcorn Panel. And this is the 67th episode. For previous episodes, you can look back at the soundcloud.com/the Popcorn Panel. And I have a special guest, and we're doing collaboration with The Real Show, who is also my special guest, regular guest, co-host actually,
Whoa,
not special
that's-
guest, co-host.
You
Took a
whatever
long
you
time to get there.
You whatever you were that one.
Took a long time
Well,
to get there, but we got
welcome
there.
back to the show, and
Hello.
welcome back to your show.
Welcome back to another episode of The Real Show. And today we're doing a special joint recording again with the Popcorn Panel. So with me as usual is Zul.
Welcome to the show. Welcome back to your show. Yeah, hey. Nice yourself.
Okay, so today we're gonna do a movie news and reviews. So we're gonna recap all the biggest news that came out from last week, and then we're gonna talk about the review for Project Almanac.
Almanac. And before that, before we can go to movie news, Del, it's almost end of January, and Joel, have you watched a lot of movies in January?
I've watched everything that came out.
Okay, come out, and what's your take in general?
I think for the past few weeks, there has not been a movie that gave me any inspiration. Right? Like I watched Vice and I watched Seventh Son, both of which are quite rubbish.
And we're lucky that this the latest Johnny Depp's movie is not even released yet.
It's bad.
Mordecai.
Well, man.
Mordecai is bad. Well, it didn't pass censorship board.
And I heard it was a huge flop in the States.
Yeah.
They only earned like maybe less than 5 million in the box office. And it cost them maybe 70 million.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
double digits.
So I don't know what's, like I said before, like January tends to be the month where they dump all the, I don't know.
Well, the movies that they don't think is gonna make a lot of money.
And maybe one thing is maybe it doesn't cost that much to
make them?
to get a slot for January. Because
I mean,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Everyone's going back into their whole swing of the new year, so I
Right.
guess
Yeah.
they're like, you know what, just give everybody
come on,
Yeah.
the trashy
look,
ones.
haven't they learned that from last year we had I Frankenstein, The Legend of Hercules, and now January seems to repeat again, like having.
No, but then maybe like Zul said, everyone's not that interested to go to the movies yet because they're trying to get back to their
the way of
The
life,
mundane life.
going back into looking at their New Year resolution, which they probably forgot already. Do you still remember your New Year resolutions, guys?
Yeah.
What is a New Year
2 years ago.
resolution again?
Anyway, so moving on from that.
Yeah, okay. Movie news, Del, anything you want to share? You have tons,
Okay,
right?
so movie news, we've got 5 that we can talk about. First is the Fantastic Four trailer that just came out a few days ago.
Okay.
All of us have watched it. Now, from my take is that not even going into the trailer yet, but looking at the production of this. So we've got Josh Trank as the director, who directed Chronicles.
Yeah, I
Everyone
love
loved.
Chronicle.
I haven't met anyone who watched it and didn't like it. I don't know. Zul is giving a very, very weird look.
It was alright. I mean, the what's his name? The main guy was quite annoying. That was the only thing. Yeah,
the one in Spider-Man.
that was it.
Yeah.
He was
Amazing Spider-Man 2,
he was
the-
really annoying, very whiny.
But
you know,
that's his.
I mean, that's his
the character he
itself.
played.
I know, but still, like
Yeah.
I wanted to kill myself. You know what I mean?
But okay, we've got Miles Teller who just finished Whiplash, and an amazing performance, and he was.
Have you seen Whiplash?
No, I have not.
Okay.
But he was in the talks for the best actor for Oscar.
Oh.
But he didn't make it.
He didn't make
right?
it, yeah. He
And we've got Kate Mara. This is if you don't know Kate Mara, she's an up and coming actress who's done a lot of great work on the TV series, and she's being considered for the Star Wars standalone movie that's coming out next year.
Okay.
Alright? And we've got Michael B. Jordan, who last year was also almost got into the Best Actor category for Oscar for his performance in Fruitvale Station.
Ah.
And we've got Toby Kebbell.
Which I need to watch. I haven't seen the
Okay.
Station.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, no,
I watched
that's
that.
it. Yeah.
Toby Kebbell is from Planet of the Apes, the new one. He's Koba. Right? He brought Koba to life. Okay? And we've got Jamie Bell, who started his career as Billy Elliot. I've seen that.
Oh,
I've seen that.
yeah.
Dancing,
Yeah.
the UK, this dance movie. And then
Of course.
That's
Well,
movie.
of course, that's that's his preference movies, right?
It is.
Yeah, it is. That's right.
And then the writer of the movie is Simon Kinberg, who
Oh,
gave us X-Men: 8 Days of Future Past.
alright.
So on paper, this movie can be one of the biggest success of for the genre.
I would call it a sleeper hit
Okay.
because it's been overshadowed by a lot of
Well, it is,
big
yes.
movies in the summer. So
But the thing is, a lot of people are not even giving it a chance.
yeah,
Uh,
because of what happened with the previous
with the
Fantastic
previous
Four.
two Fantastic Four movies.
And who's that? Jessica Alba couldn't save it.
But judging on the trailer alone, I thought this was. It reminded me a lot of Days of Future Past, the way the trailer is cut and the feel of it. And I think it could be as good. There's that potential that it can be a great.
I wouldn't say this is an excellent trailer, but it's a new start. It's a refreshing start.
I mean, it shouldn't be an excellent trailer because
Yeah.
if it's gonna be an excellent
It's a
trailer, take for instance, I'm still gonna use Godzilla as an example. Yo, that thing.
No, but yeah, you have to keep in mind that this is a remake of
Yeah, reboot. Yeah,
a reboot of the previous Fantastic Four. And last time used to be a movie where just because it has sort of like a Marvel tag, and people will assume that if anything belongs to Marvel, it's always a great movie. And when they had two movies of the Fantastic Four, it was terrible.
Yeah, yeah,
Silver. What's his name?
Silver Surfer.
yeah.
Who was voiced by who again? Lawrence Fishburne, right?
No.
Was it?
No, no, no.
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 Oh, I don't think so.
But okay, do you think it's
What does
gonna
it?
be?
What does it feel like it was?
Do you think it's gonna be a big hit?
Uh,
Is it okay?
it looks like it
is
can
this
be.
movie gonna be like same scale as Guardian of the Galaxy?
No, it won't be.
it's hard to say.
'Cause I think people will. People already have expectations because they're gonna compare it to the very first, which is obviously nothing, right?
So you think this year's benchmark for superhero movies will be Avengers?
Yeah, Avengers.
Of course it will be. You'll have to.
Yeah.
I know. Of course, now we're gonna go into our. Hey, no. When's that one coming out? Never mind.
Okay, next.
Just confuse everybody.
What's the next movie news though?
Lawrence Fishburne, he's right. Silver Surfer was
It was
voiced
good.
by
Exactly. That
Lawrence.
Oh.
voice was. Thank you
Okay.
for googling it.
Next is the Ted 2 trailer. I love Ted 2 at the first Ted movie.
Yeah, it was one of
Written-
my top tens
Yep.
back then.
Written and directed and voiced by Seth MacFarlane and starring Mark Wahlberg. But this time,
No Mila Kunis,
Mila
right?
Kunis is I don't know why happened to her character, so it's taken over by
Her name keeps dropping out.
a million ways to die in the West.
Charlize Theron.
No.
the other one.
I forgot her name. Oh goodness.
Oh my
I did it
God,
just to
you
skip
got
my
it. I
head.
forgot to write it down.
Mean Girls girl. What's her name? Crap.
Well, anyway, I watched this trailer, right? And I didn't laugh a lot, except for the last part where they were throwing out courtroom.
Amanda Seyfried.
Amanda Seyfried. Amanda Seyfried.
God damn.
So I only laughed at the end of the trailer when they were throwing out courtroom terms, Ted and Mark Wahlberg.
It didn't give any impression, you know.
Yeah.
It's those movies that it's a movie that should have not had a sequel. It should have had a sequel.
Just like it reminds me of Horrible Bosses.
You've seen that?
No, but
Okay.
when I looked at the trailer, I was like, no.
I thought Horrible Bosses 2 trailer was better. This one, I was like, what is happening? I don't know what I'm watching, and it's not funny. It's kind of lame. So I'm very worried that the movie is gonna flop.
because they're banking on all the high-profile actors that are going to be on it. But like I said, this
Well,
Ted
like
2.
a million ways to die in the West.
Whatever. lah.
That was
Lot of-
terrible.
That was because Seth MacFarlane decided to come in front of the camera. That's why.
Yeah.
He should have just stuck behind in the room.
I don't think it'll be a hit. I know they have
No.
like a July
Yeah,
release,
July.
right?
So when this releases, don't call me here.
Well,
I don't think it'll be released here though.
it wasn't released, right? The first one wasn't released in Brunei.
Can't remember. I can't remember, but I watched it in the cinema. Okay,
Okay, next one.
next one. We've got casting news. So first one is Ghostbusters, the new, let's just call
A
it
reboot?
a reboot
Okay.
of Ghostbusters, and this time it's all female cast.
Ah,
Okay, so we've got Melissa McCarthy. I think everyone knows Melissa McCarthy, right?
For me, she's a hit or miss.
Yes, yes. And then the rest are from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, SNL.
So we've got Kristen Wiig, who is more famous than the other two.
True.
We've got Leslie Jones, who was an ex Saturday Night Live cast. She's the one that's black. For your information.
African American.
African.
And he told me not to swear.
Couldn't swear.
Or have any
Ah,
ritual.
yes. And then Kate McKinnon, she's the current cast. This is directed by Paul Feig, who also directed Bridesmaid. So when I heard his name, he's going to direct Ghostbusters, I immediately thought that he's going to get the cast from Bridesmaids.
Well, he did one. He did one. Oh no,
like
he
Rose
did.
Byrne.
Oh,
I thought Rose Byrne would be in here, and I thought Maya Rudolph will be in here as well. Both of them are from Bridesmaids. So and then immediately I thought it's gonna be Bridesmaids, ... Ghostbusters.
Which was a good linking for you. Yeah. What are your thoughts on this then? Having a different cast.
Well, I think it's a refreshing take on Ghostbusters. I think it's time that we get a Ghostbusters movie.
Okay, Ghostbusters movie, but this is a typical like having a different gender, you know, having female leads.
Well, it doesn't matter to me whether they're male or female, as long as they give us that Ghostbuster flavor and they give us the humor and the adventure.
Well, I
and the
hope we don't
ghosts.
end up having like Spider Woman or
Yeah, no, yeah, but
Or-
that's yeah. But I guess what he's trying to say is like, how would this play with people who are really hardcore fans?
Of the
Yeah.
All the old Ghostbusters.
Go back and watch Ghostbusters 1 and 2.
Okay, next what do you have next?
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Next, we've got Emma Watson, who just got cast in a real live action Beauty and the Beast. a
Is this for the
Disney-
Broadway
No,
musical?
no, no. Oh, yeah. I think it is a musical because she mentioned in her tweet that she's gonna start getting some singing lesson. So it could be
That
a
could-
musical.
That's
And,
very vague.
But it should be a musical because the cartoon is a
Yeah,
musical,
true.
and they've got so many nice songs in there.
The title?
It should be Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the Beast, huh?
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
like Vanessa Hudgens and Beastly,
Oh.
right? Hey, I'm a big Vanessa Hudgens fan. So.
Really? No,
Yeah.
not that. That wasn't good. That wasn't good.
Yeah, of course it wasn't good. Nothing was good about that.
But if I imagine Bella from the cartoon, oh, not Bella, Belle. Oh my god, I just said Bella from Twilight.
Speaking of Bella,
What?
Where are we going with this?
no, there's one movie that I want to talk about. It was already starting. I think they had trailers already showing in cinemas. Pitch Perfect 2.
Oh yeah, it came out yesterday when
It
we
came
were
out
watching the movie.
Yeah,
huh?
so
I've heard a bold statement.
it's the same like Ted.
No.
No.
I
No,
mean-
no, it's different. This is
Okay,
different.
okay,
you
it's
see. This
different,
is,
but maybe I'm just a bit disappointed, you know, because I really loved the movie, the first movie, so much, and they tried to bring new elements, but I guess the punchline was not there.
Yeah, I didn't get that the feeling that it's gonna be fantastic as well.
Yeah. So I don't know whether it's a strategy by the producers to make it people less interested in
No.
trailers, or maybe make it.
no, I think for me, I think it's because it's a different genre. You know what I mean? It's a different style of movie.
I know it's
Like-
different, but I watched the first one, so
Yeah, I love the first one. I've always expected something like this to come up. It's like, for instance, Step Up. Yo, that Step Up really stretched the whole mark. You know what I mean? Step Up, 2, Step Up,
yeah.
3.
I
Step
would think what worse, they should have stopped, you know.
They'll begs to differ, that's for sure.
The last one was crap. The
Last one was terrible.
last one was bad. But I told him yesterday when we were watching the trailer, Anna
Okay.
Kendrick doesn't know it yet, but I'm gonna make her my wife. And she's gonna be Mrs. Go.
Mrs. Delgo. I tweeted her too. Hope she reads that someday.
Okay, any more movie news?
Last one, X-Men Apocalypse.
Yep.
Okay, the next one they are
They
going
just
with a
announced-
younger cast
yeah.
or first class, and they've just
But
announced
did
the
you know they let go of two casts?
Yeah, they did. I was
yeah,
gonna.
yeah, the old one.
I was gonna
Patrick
send you the.
Stewart and Ian McKellen won't be featured in the...
Well, it's not confirmed yet.
It is
It
confirmed.
is, it
It
is
is
It
confirmed.
is no, it's not confirmed.
It is confirmed.
But Ian McKellen said he's probably not going to be in it.
Ah.
But the movie director and producer never said that. Well, we don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. It was mentioned today in Rotten Tomatoes. So like, okay,
Oh.
yeah. So they're gonna go with the younger. That's why we have a lot of new younger cast, right? And who
The
are they?
young cast, Ty Sheridan, is going to be playing Cyclops, and Sophie Turner is going to play Jean Grey. And
She's famous for her role in Game of Thrones.
okay, so you know her then.
Yeah, I know her. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still love. I love the artwork. You know,
Yeah.
but it's a shame. I mean, like from what Rana was saying, I did read it as well. I was like, so, you know, they're going with the whole
Younger cast.
younger prof and younger crazy
yeah.
man.
Well, they gotta go with the younger ones. It's the first class trilogy
True,
anyway.
yeah.
But do you know Ty Sheridan? Ty Sheridan, who's gonna play Cyclops. Do you know? Have you seen him?
No.
He is in two very small movies, but critically acclaimed. One is Joe. The other one is Mud with Matthew McConaughey.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey. Yeah.
Yeah, and both movies, the reviewers said he's good. And then we've got Sophie Turner from Game of Thrones, Sansa Stark. She's good too.
Yep.
I can see her playing Jean Grey. The only one I don't know is Alexandra Shipp, who is going to play Storm.
Ship with the double P.
Shipp with the double P.
Yeah.
What's he going with?
Yeah, what is it going with that either?
No, I mean it's an interesting name. I never heard of a name called Ship.
But
Okay.
it was better if she was called Ship and not Sheep, right?
Yeah, true.
Alexandra Sheep.
Okay,
okay. So that's
it.
it.
That's it for movies.
movie
Is that her new
news.
role? Is that her only role?
that-
Alexandra.
Shipp. I think she's from some Disney. I don't know. I don't really know her. Hasn't done anything notable yet.
Okay, now we're gonna go straight to our review of Project
Almanac.
Almanac.
Are you waiting for me to say it?
Because you seem so excited.
I seem so excited.
Yeah, you were here setting up the everything.
Well, I finished work earlier than the other two.
Okay, before we go, right?
Because I work for somebody else. That's why.
Yeah, before we go to the review, but we already have this pre-discussion.
We've already had a lot of
We
discussion.
have a lot of pre-discussions that we will save that for the spoilers. But before I give my review, Zul, what do you think in general of Project Almanac?
Going into the cinema, I bumped into a lot of people that said, "Yo, man, get ready, so you're gonna get sick. You know, it's gonna be motion sickness.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
it's gonna be that Blair Witch effect type of thing." I was like, "Well, I kind of like this type of movies. You know what I mean? I mean, Cloverfield.
Oh, I love
Cloverfield, yeah,
Cloverfield. I think Cloverfield is still.
Chronicles.
Yeah.
That's why when sorry, your
No,
turn.
no, 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 no.
Your
no.
turn, your turn, go.
No, go ahead, please.
No, I was gonna say for I watched the trailer and I had a lot of expectation. I was both excited, but also fearful. Excited because I like time traveling movies. We've in the past few years we've got Looper,
Yep.
and we've got X-Men: Days of Future Past. Both are time traveling movies, and both are very good.
Hot tub time machine.
That is like a few years back. Let's not bring that up. But it is.
Have you seen? Okay.
Some
speaking
people
of
like
that,
it.
I like it.
Have you
Okay.
seen Predestination?
No,
That was really good.
Never seen Predestination.
no, I haven't. But then, like I said, I was fearful because time traveling movies are difficult to do well. Very difficult because there can be a lot of loopholes because anything and everything becomes possible now with time travel. You can go back and change a lot of things.
Is that what they
So-
call Looper?
No. I
You,
can't remember the term
you wanna
Looper.
drop the disclaimer first before we start
No,
ruining it?
we're not going to the
okay,
we're not
that's it.
going to the
Spoilers.
spoiler first.
Well, I mean, okay. Before I let you guys continue, I think if you had a different agenda to your time traveling thing, yeah, a certain agenda, yeah, the one that requires a man and a female, or you know nowadays man and female type of affections,
Okay.
yeah, it will destroy
Can you just
that time continuum.
let's just call it love.
Love, yes.
Yeah.
If love was the agenda in Time Machine, that would definitely screw up anything, right?
Oh, okay. Before that, have you seen About Time?
Oh yeah, I did. That's the English one, right?
The English
Oh,
version.
yeah,
That was
that's a very good one.
that was good.
That was good. Yeah, that was
was good one as
interesting.
well.
That was interesting.
Yep.
That, like I said, would you change your future or past?
Mm.
Because there will be consequences, right?
Yeah.
That hit hard for me. You know,
Okay.
that was pretty crazy.
So Zul, you're a bit disappointed with this movie in a way.
no, I liked it.
You liked
I
it.
liked it.
But
You
there was
know,
many
No,
many talking points, right?
talking points because it was not logic. It was illogic.
Okay,
Some
it
of
was
the
logic.
points.
Yeah.
You know, Dell obviously.
I would say that it is.
comes up with-
Yeah.
No, it's just the way we interpret things, okay? We'll get into that.
Okay, Del, what was your take of Project
Uh,
Almanac?
This is directed by a first-time director or first-time full-length feature film director named Dean Israelite, and also written by a script by a first-time writer called Andrew. I want to say Dushman, but that can't be right. So it must be
How do you spell his name?
Deutschman.
How do you spell his name?
I think it's Deutsch.
How do you spell it?
Deutsch.
Deutsch.
Oh, Deutsch.
D-U,
D-U-T-C, whatever. T-S-H-E.
Yeah,
Deutschman. Deutschman.
So I think the way he directed this by using handheld camera, it brought the audience into the movie like we are part of the gang. You know, when they travel back in time and they were having so much fun, and I feel like I'm with them. I'm enjoying the time traveling and enjoying like winning the lottery. Yeah, it's so. I thought the way he directed it and the way he created that the best day of our lives. You know,
The
that-
feel.
Yeah, it was really done very well. It could have gone very wrong, but I really enjoyed that. The whole, well, the whole movie.
Okay. As for me, two things that could go wrong with this movie. One is the motion thing. Well, I won't say motion sickness because I've watched movies like Blair Witch Project.
Oh, that was bad.
That was
Motion.
bad.
Okay, okay, that was
too
bad.
dark.
No, that was too dark, but it was one of those movies. It's acceptable for me, but then there's a lot of copycats, and
Sure.
when
Yeah.
people try to copycat, like
What was the other movie? Contamination or something?
no, it wasn't. It was a movie called Wreck,
No, Wreck, yeah.
and then we had Paranormal Activity.
Oh yeah.
So, and then I came to a point like, okay, I can't bear this anymore. But when Cloverfield came out, it was like, okay, this is another hope for me. Like, yes, handheld thing is good. And then came Chronicle,
Yeah.
which was I was so impressed,
Yeah.
and I thought Chronicle for me was kind of like a benchmark. But then when you have this movie, it's like I didn't okay. At times I felt that it was okay. I didn't feel like dizzy or anything because when they did it, it wasn't a close up. It was more of
Oh yeah.
it was taken. If
From
you see
far
this
away.
from far away, so you don't really get how you say dizzy or
Yeah,
affected by the
yeah.
sight looking at the screen. Because if it was close up and it was shaking, it wouldn't make a lot of difference. So we kind of
Go on. Finish off. I know which one he's talking about. Go on. Go on.
oh okay, I know where you're going at, right?
No, because when when it's like you said from far away, right?
Yeah.
But the volume, okay,
Yeah,
is
the clarity of the microphone of that camera is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
How did they pick up each breath?
That's
Like,
Yeah. True.
yeah, that's why one of the friends must be holding a boom mic.
you can't see it. It's Adam.
Adam.
Okay. Yeah. So I thought it was brilliant done. Camera work and time travel is also another factor I felt that it could be a hit or miss. But this movie, I would say, is entertaining for me, but a lot of problems. Very problematic. It reminds me of Inception, where I love the premise. I love how it's so ingenious, but then there's a few things that I thought
A lot of questions.
a lot of question marks, a lot of But this movie is good because they have a lot of expositions. They tell you, okay, how does it work, blah blah, and it simplify for the audience. Even for a friend of mine who I came with, she kind of figured out, okay, oh, this is how it works.
Right.
Yeah. So anyone who counts in the cinema, they won't be as confused. But for me, it's like, oh, I know that even though it's not as confusing, but there's, like you said, there's some parts that are maybe illogical,
Right.
and maybe that's one things that could affected my rating for
That's
this
why I
movie.
say there will be a lot of loopholes in time traveling movies because it's so difficult to do.
It's so difficult, but that's why movies like About Time, I really appreciate that movie.
There are loopholes
Because
in there too.
There's loopholes in
Yeah.
there, but I won't say there's as much as in this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to hear that.
All right.
We'll save that for another episode for time travel.
Okay, now that we've talked about the good part, what about the discussions without spoiling the movie? Like, what are the things that they could have improved?
Okay, my one beef with the movie is that when it's the pacing, right, is very consistent from
Yep.
beginning until end, except when it's only the two main leads in the frame, and it becomes like everything slowed down, and even though they had chemistry,
Mhm.
but it's just very inconsistent when it comes to, I don't know, the pace suddenly changed and it didn't feel like it's part of the movie. So that's why I didn't like it when it's just the two of them. If it is only one of them, like we had the guy holding the camera face looking at the girl, and Jessie, and it's just her in the camera frame, that's fine. But if it's just the two of them, and the camera is held by the sister, and it became something else.
True.
That's my negative.
True. Zul?
Um, I mean, I get it that he was applying for MIT, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so automatically people will assume he's really that smart, right? But even with the blueprint, yeah, how is he building that time machine?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
Yeah, that annoyed the crap out of me. Yeah, that, and also, how is it that when the dad made it that huge? Okay, fine, I get it. 10 years advancement of technology and whatnot, but to be able to carry it in a backpack, yeah, I don't know that. I mean, fine, whatever. It's a movie,
It's,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
like the old camera into the new
I
smaller
don't
camera.
want to go into that because that would take
Maybe-
a whole
maybe- yeah.
hour of episode.
maybe we can do a separate episode on that.
Yeah, we can do a separate
It's like
episode.
discussion.
Yeah,
and
discussion about
spoilers.
the
Camera.
damn thing. You know what I mean? No, okay, wait. Oh yeah, no, okay, never mind. I think that's it for me.
For me, it would be more of the pace. Uh,
I like the pace though.
I like the pace.
I mean, pace is okay, but maybe they try to.
Cram everything. I think maybe.
There's no moment where I feel like we'll go downhill and then going up again. You know that kind of emotional roller coaster. Like when you see in Chronicles, you know something's going to go wrong halfway, but it took them quite some time to build that. Everything has been going very smooth, very smooth. Everything is going, but in most movies, like they always have a struggle. And like in Chronicle, you see, I know it's a spoiler for Chronicle, but one of those guys starting to become rebellious, and they're trying to stop this guy, and that's where everything is spoiled.
I think the struggle. I think for me, I think if we were to analyze that, I think the struggle happened at that one part where.
Yeah, but it happened too late in the
Too
movie.
late, I guess,
Yeah,
I
it was
guess.
quite a long movie. If
Oh,
you
I'm
look
okay
at
with it actually.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
And I would have expected something to happen halfway through. Something, maybe one of them didn't follow the rules, and it's always a typical movie where everyone must follow the rules, and they always do a setup, and it's like, oh, okay, I know where this is going already.
But the guy who didn't follow the rules, it made sense though. Because everyone has to time travel together.
Yeah.
It makes sense why they decided to put that as a rule.
Mm.
Otherwise, things like
Yep.
that will happen.
Thing happen, yeah, and there's no music.
Oh wait.
So
There's a lot of music.
Yeah, when they went into the party.
yeah, but that's different. I'm talking about
Oh,
music score.
They even had a-
scores.
The score, I mean, it's really hard
Imagine
because you're talking
Dragons.
about. I don't know.
It's ironic how they play that song, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah, yeah.
they're playing, whatever.
But I would say the girls are hot though.
Yeah, yeah.
The sister and the what's the girl? Jessie.
Jesse.
Yeah, Jessie.
They're above
Yeah.
18.
It reminds. That's why this movie reminded me a lot of Chronicles. Not Chronicles. Cloverfield.
Not Kevin in the Woods.
Yes, it does, huh? Cloverfield.
Cloverfield
The girl
yeah.
and the
Hmm.
Yeah.
annoying friend.
Yeah. Annoying. Yeah. Okay.
But okay, there's one thing maybe in the end that I didn't like. Maybe they could have done like what actually happened. Like in Cloverfield, in the credits they have a video playing at the background.
Right.
Like, oh, there was a hint that, oh, there's an alien that came down when they were taking a shot.
Yeah.
You see like something dropping from the sky. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, so that's how that happened. So in this movie, the credits just went to credits, and that's it. It's like, okay.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but maybe they will give us maybe some extra footage, like, oh, okay.
But that footage was actually shown in. That was in the viral marketing for Cloverfield.
Ah.
Yeah, like
Oh, yeah.
yeah. When they went, what is Project something? And then if you go to the website, if you stay on the website, you hear the sound of the monster itself. Yeah, we went hardcore now with the viral
Right,
marketing.
Okay. All right, so that's my things that I thought they could have
Okay.
injected in the movie. Yeah, before we go to spoilers, what is your rating, Zul?
I give it a 6, 7. Yeah, 6, 7.
I'll give it a 8.5. I really liked it.
I give this movie an 8. But yeah, a lot of problems I would say in this movie.
I'm gonna watch it again, and maybe I'll decide again.
I would say the good thing about this is all the characters played quite good. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't like a lame acting or bad acting.
Yeah.
Even the script was okay for me. Yeah, so I thought overall it's good.
The cast is good.
The cast is good,
right?
actually.
And there's one guy who's so funny.
I like
to
the-
pass his test.
What's his Quinn?
Quinn.
Quinn. Yeah, they have it's good chemistry.
I think
Yeah, really good
everyone had good
chemistry.
chemistry.
Yeah.
You had okay, obviously yeah, we'll talk about that in spoilers, it's fine.
Alright.
Alright, so we're going to spoilers. Before that, Zul, you gave it a 7.
7.
7
I gave it an 8.5.
8.5, I give it an 8.
Yeah.
And there you go, review for Project Almanac. And now we're gonna go straight into spoilers.
I'll start with saying that I really like how the movie paid homage to the old.
Bill and Ted.
Yeah, there's Bill.
Oh, yeah.
Bill and Ted. But Bill and Ted is not a time
But
traveling.
no,
It is time traveling.
it is.
Wait, so they've got Bill and Ted. They've got Groundhog Day.
Looper.
Groundhog
They've
Day.
got Looper.
Looper.
And the best one is the first reference to an old movie, Back to the Future, when he was trying to connect the two wires together.
Oh,
Remember Tom
yeah.
Brown on top of the
Oh yeah, and then you
clock
have,
tower?
to, you have to move the table, right?
Yeah.
True, it was
That
funny.
was
yeah.
good, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
thought
yeah.
I got that immediately, and I thought brilliantly done because no other time traveling movie has ever tried to recreate that scene.
It's good.
So
Good homage.
at
lah,
least
good
they're
homage.
trying
Yeah,
to
good.
appreciate, you know.
Yeah.
But maybe they miss out a few movies like about time. Time
Okay,
travel.
okay, okay.
Oh, they
But
did,
time was
okay.
too romantic. lah. That was too romantic for them.
Hey, maybe it could be between Jesse and the main cast.
Hey,
Yeah.
this is the main driver of this movie is about love. Too.
Okay, that's what I said. So,
Yeah.
yeah, before we jump to the premise of any time traveling movie, yeah, where it's based on love, will screw everything up. Yeah, I'll tell you this now. Come on, you know about
it's
love. You said
predictable,
about
yeah,
love.
yeah. Groundhog Day.
The Fountain.
Oh yeah, the fountain.
Remember Hugh Jackman and
Yeah.
Rachel Weisz?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Cloud Atlas.
Wait, what?
Wait.
No, that's different. Different.
Okay,
timeline.
it means different timeline. It's not time traveling. Yeah.
Not Cloud Atlas. What's the other one? What's the other movie? Guy in the sand has to wait until the other guy comes back with the other medallion so he can jump into it.
Oh, it sounds like a really old movie.
No, man, it's not.
Italian.
It's okay. Go on. Carry on.
What about you, Brano?
What?
Spoiler
Oh.
section.
Uh,
What are the loopholes? What are the loopholes? I want to know.
I think it's more like they make it so simplified in a way, like I don't know, maybe it's not credible enough for me that they can create something like Zul was saying stuff like how can someone like him even with his friends create something like okay fine they make it maybe they make it so obvious that they have 3 or 4 attempts until they find this hydrogens and maybe a powerful battery as a car to help them achieve that goal. But I feel that is too cliche. It's
I'm okay with that.
I don't know.
You like how Tom Cruise and
okay, that one is fine, but maybe that setting is different, you know.
what's that movie again? Sorry.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, I thought it was Minority Report.
No, Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of
He
Tomorrow.
keeps repeating, and he has to keep finding ways to improve.
Yeah. But the setup is already done, like, you know, in the beginning. Like we won't know because they have all these aliens. But this one you don't have aliens. This is like humans.
John Carter.
Yeah, that's right, John Carter.
Yeah. Remember how he had to save his the damsel, so he had to come back to present time, pretend that he died, and he kept himself inside the tomb.
I don't remember John Carter at all because I didn't like that movie.
What?
John Carter, yeah. He was from the future.
Anyway, moving on.
That was bad. That was bad.
Yo,
That
come
was
on,
terrible.
you guys didn't say the truth. That's why. Kingdom of
And
Heaven.
okay,
What
wait,
else?
the other thing is when he is trying to fix the past, he's having all these scenarios,
Oh,
blah blah
yeah.
blah.
It makes sense to me. I mean,
I know it
my
make-
brain works that way too.
I know it makes sense, but the thing is, it could go a lot of possibilities. I'm trying to say that doesn't mean that he tried to change one past will actually save everything. Definitely there will be other repercussions.
No, but he's being selfish, you see.
Yeah, he's being selfish.
He
He
wants
just
to go
wanted the
back to
girl.
one point in time where it will help.
Yeah, help the relationship and also help to save his friends.
But it's from his own selfish self. He just wants to go into the one point in time where he can prevent everything else bad from happening, but still have that relationship.
And I was hoping his friends would be the one who stuffed up, but actually it's him.
Okay,
Yeah.
one of the reasons why this movie got like not so much points for me, right, is the part where he goes back to the past. Yeah. So what you're telling me is that because of him not kissing the girl, planes started crashing.
Yeah.
Oh no, come
No,
on.
no, no, lah. I'm just
Come
saying.
on.
Come on, lah. You
Yeah,
know,
it could happen because
let's not think too much about it. Yeah, I'm just saying when he went back and kissed the girl, he came back.
yeah,
There was the plane crash.
because it changed a lot of things.
Just
You
him
can-
kissing.
Not him kissing, but the way he come back and the way he affect that world.
So you're telling me this guy, one man's move.
Look, in 1 second, right? Like there's this movie where there's this I think Gwyneth Paltrow, she missed the the train,
Switching,
The
switching.
subway.
What's it called?
Switching lane.
Sliding doors. What?
sliding doors. Just by missing, everything changes. It could happen. Like 1 second you miss something and then your whole world changes. It could happen. So I'm okay with that. Actually, that reminds me of one loophole, where when he went back to kiss the girl, where was his other self?
Yeah. Where was the
Where was
other
his
self?
other self?
Because I think they already showed us in the beginning that if they want to change past, they gotta distract the other person.
Yeah, they have to distract. We didn't see him distracting.
True.
We didn't see
Yeah, we didn't see him distracting.
Yeah, how he distracted
The
himself.
movie's broken.
And then and then the other thing is like how when you say it's not, it doesn't exist when they both see each other.
Oh, cease to exist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
they
that-
see each
that-
other
I-
since like this.
I like to think that is something that's more probable. I like to think that because it makes sense. If you were to time travel, right? Let's just say, and you bump into each other, your mind will not be able to compute such a thing. I mean, obviously you would.
Yeah, but where we would go? Like I mean, like
Yeah, obviously you would, but the other guy, who has no idea that you've actually come from the future, would go, "Yo, what's going on?"
But like like he's him asking where does he go?
it doesn't.
Well, it's
doesn't really explain in the movie.
yeah, it doesn't.
You know?
But they can't explain that though. They can't go and shoot another dimension
If they
where
can
they
build
exist.
a time machine from scratch, I'm pretty sure they can really tell where this person goes. So he probably
No,
go.
No, it's good that they kept it layman. Yeah, this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
You know, I mean, if they
It's not
wanted,
like Interstellar.
yeah, I was gonna use that. You know, if they went into detail like Interstellar, I would have left this movie asking a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And
But
you
I
just-
like the idea where they actually have an app for it. Like, okay, let's
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Okay, that was
Okay.
the cool part. Like,
Okay, okay.
I want to go to this part.
All right. Okay, since you brought that up, yeah. Now I'm gonna actually bring back the topic that I came and discussed to you guys about. So he came and he made a phone. There was an app for him to do time travel, right? So this was the debate that I had with these guys half an hour ago regarding my issue about this movie. Now, of course, if you've seen this movie, there's the part where he runs out of what was it again? Hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
Okay, so walk with me, guys, right? He put the phone on the shelf because he wanted to open up the gate and everything, right? Opens up the gate, picks up the hydrogen.
Phone is
whatever.
debatable. We don't
Yeah.
know if it is a phone.
Whatever,
It's
phone,
not a phone.
recording device
Right.
of 2014, 2015. It don't matter what it was. All right. Yeah. So he left the phone on the shelf, right? When he jumps into the when he presses the button to jump 10 years back into the past, yeah. How did that phone quality, which was probably shooting in HD, yeah, suddenly become standard definition, where it started looking more glitchy? How did that phone convert itself? Shouldn't
It
he?
didn't convert,
Shouldn't
though.
he have bought his phone back with him, and the quality, the quality
Same.
of the, yeah, it should have been the same, right? Have you not noticed, like whenever when he cut back into the past, a lot of the footage was missing. It was quite jumpy and everything.
It was jumpy because of the interference, not because of the
Okay, interference.
Yeah.
But like I said, he bought the phone back
yeah
from the
present
future
to the past.
Yes.
Right?
How did it shoot?
It didn't. It
But
didn't.
it could be a GoPro.
didn't, though. It didn't.
It could be a GoPro.
It didn't change.
And ran out of water, and then I would have chucked this at your faces. Guys.
Okay, guys. Before you can go offhand here.
Yeah.
Any more spoilers you want to share?
Alright, that's it.
That's it,
That's
that's
it
it.
for me.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh,
Alright, guys. That's it for our
Yeah.
in-depth review
Yeah,
of
like I said, I'm gonna watch it again and
Project
I'm gonna.
Almanac.
if you have anything, right? Yeah, do drop these guys a message or two.
So, where can you find more of your work?
Where can I find
The Real Show.
The Real Show. You can also catch me on Twitter. It's ZULMAJDIR. Yeah, I've stopped all my emo stuff already.
And Del? Where can you find more of your emo stuff?
I don't have any more stuff, sorry. But you can catch me at Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Delgo. And also, of course, for previous episodes, you can go to youtube.com or facebook.com/slash askthereelist. That's REELIST. And also Instagram at The Real Show.
And you can
Rano?
find more of my work at Rano Adidas Twitter handle and Instagram at Rano Adidas, and my blog site rano360.com. And of course, previous episodes of the Popcorn Panel, just go to soundcloud.com/slash the Popcorn Panel. You can download SoundCloud on your mobile app and subscribe to the Popcorn Panel. Till next time, thank you guys for being here, and thank you to all the listeners and viewers.
Thanks, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.